I think it's a Goose Island brand. Beer hug. Beer hug.
Yeah.
So they have Goose Island money, which is Budweiser money.
It is funny when something like that, when you start getting the first vestige. So, for example, with beer, it's like the microbrew, super tasty beer. Now you start getting the first groups of those like hyper corporate approaches, and they just obliterate.
Oh yeah,
They just immediately come, like Goose Island came onto the craft beer market and just destroyed everybody.
yeah. They got bought out by Budweiser and then just had the infrastructure to do
Yeah,
that.
just fucking blew it all. I mean,
Yeah.
they're probably one of the few like true quote unquote craft beers that are truly across the nation.
Yeah, no. Even like everywhere I go
Goose
overseas, I'll
Island.
see Goose Island. And I'll be like, damn, they got from Chicago to here before I did.
Yeah. Goose Island, I think, is everywhere.
Yeah.
Sierra Nevada,
Little
Could
Lagunitas. I see
arguably-
Lagunitas everywhere.
Lagunitas, both of those are arguably craft beers. But Goose Island is like
I think-
very craft beery.
But it's been bought out by Budweiser for like most of the time it's gotten overseas has been.
Really?
They got bought out in like 2010 or something. Goose Island I still fuck with though. I like
Dude.
anything that started in Chicago.
Do you like Bud Light's? I thought Bud Light's move was awesome, like super
Yeah,
crazy dope.
I thought in like that.
Because it's no way it's going to work.
Well, that influencer, did she already make a video where she's like, it is funny though that this is going to be out in like 8 weeks, so it's just not going to.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But
the
the thing
video
that
is
made me
like-
laugh, whatever.
I think she already made. I think it made. I didn't. I think she already made a video, like a TikTok, where she drank a bunch of Bud Lights. Like I think it makes sense that Bud Light was like, yeah, it wasn't like Bud Light was like,
just randomly.
we're like, hey, we're gonna be the next woke. We're gonna be the next woke thing. We're gonna take up a mantle and be super woke. It was like, oh, this trans, performer did a video of us. We'll put her as a spokeswoman. It's like, okay, sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was a cool woke move of them for a
Exactly.
fucking Bud Light company.
No, exactly.
But I don't know how it's going to work out.
A lot of their
Because
brand
the problem is
Their brand is mostly people who
yes,
get offended by that existence.
and I don't think they're going to get enough support on the back end from
yeah, I agree.
the
There's
woke
not,
community. I think
yeah, no,
I
they're
don't
not just
think,
going to start
and
switching
you know
to
what?
Bud Lights.
Hopefully, I
100%
get
agree.
proved wrong.
And I think the Bud Light community outdrinks the.
yes,
Yeah.
I don't think, and I might get proved wrong, but I don't think the like internet woke community
Drinks
is
much.
as many, just in general, as many people
Mhm.
as people who just aren't on the internet at all.
Mhm.
And like you said, they definitely don't drink as much. A dude who's shotgun shelling all his cases of Bud Lights, that was his week's worth.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be a rash of videos of dudes shooting their Bud Lights away. And I guarantee you, whatever you see him shooting away, that was his, like, whatever he had left of his normal stat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
it's going to be like 3 cases. It's like, that's what he gets for a week.
It is like
He drinks 12 Bud Lights a night.
drinking Bud Light. You're already basically a girl.
Yeah.
You're already basically a
Whoa.
man that's a woman. People who drink Bud Light are basically men that are women.
You're
So
not a fan of Bud Lights?
I'm just saying, if you drink Bud Lights, you're a man that's a woman.
What do you drink, dude? Budweisers?
Bud Heavy.
Bud Heavies.
Bud Diesels. Bud Diesels for the men.
I'm starting to...
Actually, I do drink Bud Diesels. I do drink Bud Heavies over Bud. I don't Bud Lights.
I like Budweiser.
But I do always go Budweiser over Bud Light.
My problem is I'm starting to switch to light beers.
Yeah, I know that's like the drinking man, like the drinking man's move. But it's also like
Because then you can like hang out for hours on end. Because my thing is if I'm hanging out at a bar,
Yeah.
and maybe it's something I'm getting good at. I can do like sparkling waters in between or whatever. But you know, you're at a bar, you kind of want to drink in your hand.
no, absolutely.
So I wind up crushing them too fast. Budweisers are okay for me. I can do Budweisers if that's all I do all night.
Mm-hmm.
The nice thing about light beer is if I do light beer, I can take a couple shots.
There you go.
If a couple people throw me shots. If I do Budweisers, no shots.
I'm getting a PBR tonight. Drinking I'm being cheap. I'm drinking PBRs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
PBR night,
The American Legion.
dude. That's gonna be fun.
$2 PBR.
I'm jealous, dude. It's gonna be so fun.
And take the bus there.
So much fun.
The Ashland bus stops right out front. Shouldn't give out where I live like that. But I live in a really beautiful mansion, and with like there's beautiful statues everywhere.
Dude, what you guys don't realize is where we're sitting right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is a quarter of Donovan's closet.
Yeah, there's so many coats.
This is like the corner of his closet. That's where we're in right now.
It's where I live. I live in the closet.
No. Don't try and be modest now. He lives in a mansion. Yeah. He's rich. Okay? He's a rich boy. IRS, audit him.
IRS ain't got nothing on me.
He's lying to you.
I'm honestly like, what if I don't report this trivia income I earn? This baller.
He's lying to you.
Like the Al Capone of hosting bar trivia. I'm like, you're never gonna catch me.
What do you mean bar trivia?
I get paid to host bar trivia, and the IRS wants me.
No, you don't.
They're coming after me.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't have bar trivia skills.
Okay, how about this?
You
Name. There are 5 countries that start with the letter D. Name 4 of them.
Dominican Republic.
1. Good job.
Denmark.
2. I'm scared now. Oh, wait, no. It's going to get much harder, Buster Brown, because I know trivia.
Tobago.
Now you're just naming.
No. Trinidad. Oh, that doesn't count.
No. What?
Isn't it Trinidad Tobago?
Trinidad Tobago. It's
it's
Tobago.
Tobago.
Maybe it's Tobago. Toboggan.
Whatever.
Trinidad and Tobago.
I already said Denmark.
All right, I'm just going to give them to you.
It's going to take forever.
It's Dominica,
which
I've never heard of.
Me neither. That's why I was like, what the fuck?
And Djibouti, which I have heard of.
Oh, that starts with a D?
Yeah, Djibouti.
That makes sense.
I only know from Family Guy. I wouldn't know of it if Family Guy didn't exist. And then the last is like the Duchy Republic of something.
Oh, some country that probably doesn't exist now.
Oh, it exists now.
No, it probably doesn't. They probably had a civil war in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and then here's another trivia. This is the most interesting thing I've learned since hosting trivia. Okay, on 9/11, I'm just reading this at a bar. On 9/11, all flights were grounded. However,
yes,
the FAA made a single exception, and let one flight take flight. What was the flight, and what was the purpose of the flight after all flights had been grounded?
Elton John.
Ooh, good guess. You're right.
I bet it was like I'm just guessing
no, it's
because
Elton John.
of the way.
They were like, he's really good. You should let him play it, and he'll suit the soul.
No, what was
Rocket Man.
Because I was gonna guess because of the way you said it.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was gonna be a weird one.
All right, it's a weird one.
So I thought, I bet it's like an entertainer of some kind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this is more revealing about what I know about you than.
There's a guy in the Everglades.
Okay.
And he's walking around.
No, okay, who was it? What was
It's a guy in the Everglades. He gets bit by a snake.
You're lying.
No, I'm telling the truth because I host bar trivia. Let me finish this story. It's a guy in the Everglades. He's walking around.
He's a liar.
Oh, is that how we should sound the entire time? We're sitting in the Everglades. We're sitting. Oh. It's so much better without a condom.
Your mic is so much louder than mine. Isn't it?
I think it's just
no. That's good.
My mic's
it's
raw
good.
now.
It should be louder.
No, I don't know.
I'm talking louder right now.
You say some words. I say some words.
This is my whisper.
Do you think I'm louder than you?
No, we're at the same volume, but you are speaking it way louder. You're speaking way softer.
Am I speaking softer than you?
Yeah, always.
I'm a little quiet cat.
Okay. So that's gonna be real good podcast material.
So there's this guy, and he's like walking around the Everglades, and he gets bit by a snake, And they're like, oh, fuck, he's going to die in 7 hours. And we have 2 choices. There's only 2 places with the antidote.
Yeah.
There's a lab in San Diego and a lab in New York. And then they were like, well, they're never going to let us fly a plane in New York on 9/11 now. So we have to fly the antidote from San Diego. So they flew. Someone got on a plane. They're like, "Hey, we need to get in the." They did this all in like an hour.
Who was this guy? Why did he matter so much?
He was just that's what's crazy. He was just a nobody.
That's why I think.
But here's another crazy thing.
And I'm not trying to be.
On the same day, George Bush was in Florida on 9/11. What's the deal with? What's the connection with that? Maybe the snake is also the devil. So what's the connection there? Okay, the snake is the devil. George Bush, Florida. Okay. Denzel Curry is also my favorite Florida rapper. He was in.
That's why by the way, I know this is crazy from left field. You cut everything up till here.
Yeah. So all right. So on 9/11, this guy was like, "Who even cares that the towers fell?" He's like, "Let's walk around the Everglades." He's like, "You know what? Let's clear our heads and go walk around the Everglades." And then he got bit by a snake. He's like, "Ah, what a day." First the towers, now this.
Yeah. So he was going to clear his head.
He's like,
he saw the towers and he was like, oh.
He was probably working downtown Miami. They're like, go home. We can't work today.
Yeah, he was like, this is an American tragedy. He was like,
I'm going to go take a hike.
Yeah, I got to get out there.
Look at nature.
And then nature.
And then he's like, look at that snake. That snake's really cool. And, ow! Bit me.
It's like, this is what you get for faking it. Now you really care about 9/11. Right now you're faking it because you wanted to go out into the woods.
Imagine how selfish you have to be make the one plane fly on 9/11. Already has to fly from San Diego to Miami. How far could you be? Literally opposites of the country.
So wait, where is he?
He's in Maine. He's in Miami. He's in Miami.
He's in Miami.
And the antidotes in San Diego and New York. They're like, we're gonna put him in.
They didn't have an antidote.
Yeah, let's put like 5 more copies of that antidote. Let's get.
Why is it in San Diego? Is the snake also in San Diego?
Can we put the snake is in It's all in Miami in the Everglades.
Then why don't they have the? Why would they keep?
I know. Why is there only 2 copies of the antidote?
Keep the antidote in a place where the snake doesn't exist? Are you telling me this is actually what's happening?
You're worried about these guys in Harlem, but they got the antidote.
So wait,
they should put the antidote where the snakes.
Wait, this can't be real.
I would help. We could help.
Are you telling me there's? They keep
put the antidotes where the snakes aren't.
That can't be true.
This is the only flight that was allowed to fly on 9/11.
That literally can't be true. There can't be. All right, I believe you.
I'm going to look it up real quick.
No, you don't have to look it up, dude. Who cares? I think you're right. You know what?
I know I'm right. I'm positive I'm right. That's why it's going to be a fun
I have
story.
a long... I have a kind of a long story to tell anyways. So while you're looking it up, I can fill.
Only 1 plane was allowed to take off after flights were grounded on 9/11.
Okay.
After the planes hit the Twin Towers on 9/11. Hilarious. All air traffic. I gotta cut that. 9/11. A lot of innocent lives were lost.
It's not. I mean,
all air traffic was
that many.
All air traffic was grounded.
I mean, it's not.
It's really not.
It's tragic.
Like sometimes
all life is tragic. That's the thing that I think is getting lost these days because like of the numbers we're dealing with. But it's like, dude, at the end of the day, is the loss of a human life a tragedy? Yes. Yeah. So it doesn't matter that, I mean, proportionally, if you talk about deaths that occurred today, 9/11's nothing. But also, the population is way bigger.
It's
growing exponentially, not proportionally. That's the thing people forget. They think because most people never learned math past algebra, they don't know that like the graph for population growth can go beyond linear. They don't realize that, you know what I mean? They don't understand how math works. And it's like, dude, from the time span of 9/11 to now, we're way more. It's not like one generation replacement. we're still at way above one generation so it's like this. It's not like this. You know what I mean? So it's like people
like this.
Yeah.
Not like this. That's
so
like
like
how my
the
penis
common
is.
joke you hear in open mics is they're like, oh, they said we're having a 9/11 per day happening. It's like, yeah, that's because those numbers are weak compared to today.
Yeah, we should have been having like 3% inflation on these deaths.
Yeah,
year over year, 3% inflation.
You have to add like a 3%
why can't our death inflation increase the same way?
No, I don't mean that.
And this year, 7%.
And that's my
7%
point.
of people need to die.
It doesn't mean it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean it doesn't matter.
think
All
I'm
human
too
life
loud.
matters. All human life matters.
Am I okay? Cool.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
I might be too soft.
Maybe we're always too soft.
Oh, babe.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, dude. People love us. I think
These mics have been so many places.
I think me just
I've
saying
farted on
how
them.
9/11 didn't matter was pretty good stuff.
Should
Can you cut that?
we cut the whole
Can
9/11
we
stuff?
cut the
Can we cut the whole
Can we
snake?
cut
All
that?
right, so
I didn't like
the whole
that,
snake bite
dude.
section where
Yeah, let's cut that.
what's your talking point? We might have to just cut this.
I
Snake
just
bite.
start here. Just
So this guy on 9/11 is walking around the Everglades, and
that is very funny.
then he gets,
That the only flight that flew was to fly this dude in the Everglades, because the fact that they
It was to
didn't
fly
have
him.
venom for the snake in the Everglades in Florida
well, here's my.
is insane.
He was handling the snake. He's a snake handler. Why is he handling the snake without the antidote? And he is like, he knew it was 9/11. It was a couple hours
Dude,
late.
I hope it was like there was a cartoon.
It was late enough for him to be
No,
like,
no. There has to have been some sort of situation of somebody cartoonishly dropping the vial of antidote. Because there's no way he didn't have one. So it was some dude. He like pulled it out of the fridge and like freaked out and tripped and dropped it. And they all went, you know, it was like an action movie. We should write that movie.
Larry was handling a tapon snake, one of the most deadly in the world. When it became uncooperative and bit his thumb, he knew he was in trouble. Since air traffic was grounded, he could not be taken to the hospital by helicopter. Took 40 minutes to get to Miami's hospital. Blah, blah, blah. Attacks blood, muscles, kidneys, and heart. One of the worst possible scenarios. Yeah, why did he do this on 9/11? Why was he like, no big day, no big deal of a day. I'm going to play with the deadliest snake imaginable.
So it wasn't a dude on a hike.
No, it was like a snake handler. He's like, I go to parties. I handle these deadly snakes. What does that even mean?
He was like, oh my God.
He needed the
He was like, we've been attacked on American soil.
antivenom made from the venom of the tapon snake as soon as possible. Unfortunately, there were only two places that it existed, New York and San Diego. Why was it not in Florida, though? That is great. Yeah. The snake's in Florida. Yeah.
Oh, is that where it's from, though? Or is he just a snake handler who happened to live in Florida?
Well, because that's where snakes are. So I do think you're right that the antidote
No. Maybe it's a snake that's only in New York
in San Diego.
and San Diego. You gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. Dude.
I'm bi-coastal.
Yeah, you can't. And that's the thing,
LA's
dude.
lame. San
a lot
Diego's
of people
the-
just buy into like the narrative that news outlets gives them.
Which is
So
that
my
snakes
question
live in
is,
the Everglades.
What do you think's more likely? A poisonous snake that's in the Everglades?
Or one that...
Or one that lives in New York and what's
Fair
more
enough.
likely? I don't think the government's lying to us. That's my thing.
The flight had to be escorted by 2 fighter jets.
I can't
Imagine
believe they
waking
did
up and
that.
being like, damn,
I can't believe they're like
that's a
children.
lot of resources. A lot of resources went into
I know. That's what I mean. It's like, dude, there are like kids.
That's why you don't play with deadly
I
snakes.
used to
don't play
teach
with
on the
deadly
south
snakes.
side, and I remember a day where I had to make kids. I had to make students share erasers.
Yeah.
One time at a school.
So that is real?
Oh yeah, that was real. I had to be like, they were like, I don't have an eraser on my pencil, and I like looked around and there was nothing.
Well, you should come to
And
school
I
with
was
the...
like, let me go to another classroom. I went to another classroom. They were like, we don't have any.
Yeah, they never do.
And so I had to go back and actually I collected like the big erasers.
When you were,
and I passed those out, and I was like, all right, you guys use these erasers.
you know, the day before they didn't have erasers either. It wasn't like that was the first day they didn't have erasers.
Oh yeah. No, they never had erasers.
They never had erasers. You know what
They
you tell
never
them?
had them.
You don't make mistakes.
I wound up. I used to kind of like permanently sub at this school on the south side, and then I wound up like going to drum, so it's kind of shitty, I guess.
Sorry, kids, I gotta go play this game.
Yeah, I gotta go do this cool job, and
don't worry about how my clothes are folded in my bedroom.
yeah.
Don't worry that they're all on the floor. Let me teach you about. Let me teach you some history.
I remember this. Anyways, dude, it just sucked.
What was that? Did you teach any lessons? Any life lessons?
No, they were all like young, dude. I taught like kindergarten.
Oh, okay.
First grade. So
You want
I
to know
was,
what the streets are like, kids?
No, and that was what was crazy. Is
they
like
messed
most
up.
of them were way more mature than me.
They're coming for your ice. If bare face, coming for your life.
No, but we did have a lot of parents pulling up that I was like, whoa.
Oh, whoa. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing?
7 dudes getting out of a Ford Fiesta to let a kid get in with a barking pit bull.
That's fucking badass.
It was sick, dude.
Oh, that's a cool kid.
I had one kid whose parents clearly fought dogs.
Oh, that's cool.
Because every week he'd come to me and he'd be like,
here's a flyer for my dog fight.
yeah, no, every week he'd be like, Samson's gone, but now we have a new dog named Achilles. And I'd be like, all right. And then the next week,
Achilles got his heel bit.
yeah, no, he'd be like, Achilles went to the farm,
Achilles' heel was weak.
but it's okay because we got 2 new dogs named Byron and Odysseus. It's like, oh shit.
You know, it's a good dog name. Bear.
Bear's a great dog name.
Prince.
I like that. I had a friend who had a dog named Atlas.
I
always loved that one.
It's like a map.
Yeah, exactly.
Like those maps
the
of the
book
car.
of maps. Not like the Greek Titan.
Yeah. I'm into Greek mythology.
No, you're not. You don't know anything
I
about
guess I'm
Greek
not into
mythology.
Greek mythology. I'm into Greek traditions.
What, like anal and not shaving your armpits?
Exactly.
A booyakasha.
Tutors.
Okay, here's my question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Yeah.
Because I'm wanting the story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling you into a long story.
Yes. ADR this.
This is okay. I want to pull Donovan into a long story about. So the other day, I thought it would be funny to start randomly guessing people's races on stage that clearly aren't that race. I was thinking of what's the funniest one.
Funny.
Is it Azerbaijan?
That's a fun country.
To be like, Azerbaijan? You know?
Oh yeah. That's safe too. It's the Caucasus region is safe.
Yeah. Azerbaijan. So my question to you, Donovan.
I like to say the Carpathian mountain range. Are you from the Carpathians? Do you know the Carpathian mountain range?
Me?
Yeah, the Carpathians.
No.
It's lovely. You know what the Carpathian mountain range is?
No, what is it?
Transylvania. Yes, the Carpathians this time of year are lovely, and the Countess suckling. So, start saying the Carpathians,
For what?
where people are from, because it's safe.
Carpathians?
Yeah, you could be like, oh, you Carpathian?
No, that's not known enough.
That's why you can get away with it.
No. It's not a matter of getting away with it.
Because I don't like you coming for these Azerbaijanis.
What about Malaysia?
Oh yeah. The thing about the Malaysians is a lot of them are just Chinese.
So what if I just go Malaysia?
The Han Chinese fled.
To like a clearly Hispanic dude, Malaysia?
Yeah. Don Rickles had this bit. He would like, he'd point Asian, like Korean, Japanese. It's like, if you're not Asian, you should get your eyes fixed. and then he would do that joke all the time. He did it to Ronald Reagan once. It was pretty hilarious. He did have a joke. He did the president's second inauguration, and like halfway through, he's like, "Are you able to understand all this, Ronald?" He's like, "Is your mind able to keep up with this?"
That's. He's the best, dude. Make fun of a president.
Do you have a topic that won't get us fired from SNL?
Yeah. I was thinking about how funny it is because I have like friends of mine that are nice, that are like now fully becoming doctors.
Yeah.
And they're stupid.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious to think that like stupid doctors exist.
Oh, absolutely. And it was a sad realization about.
Isn't that weird? Like you're like, oh, stupid. Like dudes that built these bridges were stupid.
They're just partying.
Yeah, they were just like getting hammered at Harvard.
Some of them didn't even go to Harvard.
Yeah, they went to.
Imagine finding out your bridge was built by some guy from Northern Illinois University.
Yeah.
Like, I really gotta trust this bridge.
Wait, who built this fucking bridge?
It's like Donnie Bluto, Blutarski.
Are you talking about the dude that used to put my head in the toilet? I remember that guy.
There's just some.
That's the thing they don't tell you from movies is that sometimes the dude that puts your head in the toilet is also more successful than you as an adult.
Did you see the clip? Did you see the clip that's gone viral at like the school board meeting where the guy comes out and he's like, "My name is Donald Gay." When 45 years ago, when I was a child, Mr. Smith here made fun of me.
Put my head in the toilet.
Put my head in the toilet.
Yeah, I have.
And then the guy has to resign. It would be funny. He's just like, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, that was pretty funny.
Gay. The third comment is always, the third most like comment is always just like, gay.
That would have been so funny for him to just be like, you're a bitch.
Are you trying to fuck me up now, bro?
Yeah,
trying
it's
to
like,
fuck
dude,
up my bro.
it's like, he's like, I
Bro,
knew
you trying
I
to
was
fuck
right.
up my bread?
He's like, I knew I was right. What have you done?
Yeah.
What have you done?
I've opened up an indoor fireworks store.
Yeah, what? He's like, name one thing you've done. Name one thing. What one thing you've done?
He's like, I'm just a simple man. I like gardening, and my name is Dick Gay. Dick Gay. I had a teacher in history too. Oh, I shouldn't say his name, but his name was Dick Sauer. Isn't that crazy? It's like, what? How is this? How is life? That's where you know there's a
life
God.
is.
That's when you
or
know when
not.
when you're a senior in high school and your history teacher gets to be called Dick Sauer.
Or if your name is Dick Sauer and you're a history high school teacher,
he was awesome.
you use that as evidence to think God doesn't exist. That's what I mean. Life's all about perspective. You were like, oh, this means God exists. And he was like, my name is Dick Sauer.
He went by Richard, but we were like, yeah, Dick.
No, he knew.
Yeah, he knew.
That's
Sour
my point.
Dick.
He every day went, God damn you. And you were going, thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Yeah.
Another man's heaven is another man's hell. You know, like
it's like when religious wars exist. It's always such a crazy. God must be so conflicted.
Yeah.
He's like, they're both wrong, but which one's closer? That's how I imagine God is. He's up there just being like, and it's a he.
Yeah, and he's Malaysian.
It's a he, and he's Malaysian.
And he's just like, well, which one's closer to me?
Yeah, and he's just like sitting
But
there.
definitely not the
like,
Americans.
He's just sitting there being like, which religion got? He's like, well, these guys got that part right.
What if he's a penguin? God's a penguin, and that way he's totally without bias.
What if?
Penguins are without bias because they live on the South Pole.
What if the only thing?
And their equidistant top parts somewhere.
Wait, what is this?
The penguins, because they live in Antarctica, where no people live. They show no bias to people. All people are foreign to penguins.
Yeah.
So the penguins are the most fair animal.
They're the most the
equal
like
animal.
if we need to
If we
take
need to
a
be woke,
large decision about world ethics,
we should take it to the penguins.
Okay, that's stupid.
Or the polar bears.
What is this? What are you doing?
I'm saying there's only 2 animals we can trust. It's the polar bears or the penguins. Because
so if we can ever speak to animals.
But the polar bears live by Eskimos. So
the polar bears ain't the homies because we're kind of fucking up their shit.
And they're white. And it's like, that's not a good look these days.
Well, they're also black.
Boom. Whoa.
Under the fur.
Interesting. Okay, you're right. We can penguins, we can trust penguins. Polar bear, I think we can trust the polar bear. I think you can go to a polar bear, you can go to a penguin. You can't go to like a parrot and expect a fair answer.
Isn't that crazy, by the way? Sorry to...
Yeah, that they're deceitful little birds.
No, with... Yes,
they
parrots,
lie.
but polar bears. I was stuck on polar bears thinking about their fur.
Mm-hmm. That they're black on the inside and white on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's crazy about that...
It's the Klondike bar should be reversed.
Oh, exactly.
Imagine a chocolate.
You know where I'm going, dude. Every time, dude. You're such a genius.
Klondike bar, and then a white vanilla outer layer. Ooh, chocolate inside. Klondike, come hire us. What if we get sponsored by Klondike? We should get sponsored by Klondike.
Who?
I don't know. Good question. I'm not going to make the joke I wanted to make because I'm afraid of it. But
what is it? Do it.
It's Klon.
Oh, dude.
Klonopin.
Were you talking about lesbians? Are you talking about clown lesbians?
Clown lesbians. Klondike. Klondike. What would you do for a Klondike?
Nope. You're gonna have to bleep that.
Do you have to?
Yeah, but we could keep everything we're saying now. Except for wait, what did you say?
They just can't hear me say it. They have to think, no, I said it a bunch.
What did you say?
What would you do for a Klondike?
Oh!
It could be a clown dick. Klondike bar. No, but it's already dyke.
Yeah, it's fine. I think it's fine to say that. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say Klondike, but what? Yo, did you just voice that over? Did you just edit that into?
I'll just put a letter out there and do A.
Starts with a D.
Go to B. I'll get you to where I want you. I want you at the 14th letter of that alphabet.
Is that really what it is?
The ends.
You're so racist. You know the exact letter.
Like, wait, the 14th letter. My favorite letter, least favorite amendment.
What's your least favorite amendment?
The 14th amendment. Was 13th through the 15th were the slavery ones.
Oh, okay. Good.
14th.
Okay. You ready for another point? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Did I ever tell you about the time I went in... I can't remember where I was exactly. But it was a...
in a haunted house.
No, it was one of the first times I went to a strip club.
Mm.
And I think it was in one of, like, the suburbs around here. And they couldn't show, like, actual nipple. Or part of it was they didn't have to.
Was it we don't have to show nipple at this strip club.
So, like, some of them would, like, have Band-Aids over it. You'd have to, like, know which chicks were, like, chill and didn't keep the... And I just remember being there and being like, this is not I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Is that a burlesque show? You went to a burlesque show?
I don't remember
Some
what.
of the women were really
But the whole thing is, I was like, you're making me feel real shameful about all this. Like, I thought the whole thing was like you guys were gonna make me feel like, ooh, yeah, like.
kind of seems like we need to. I already sounds like I know what we need to do.
But like when I went to the strip club, I just felt like, and I've only been to like 2 or 3, but every time it's always been like I feel ashamed.
Yeah, strip clubs take so much money. What you need to do,
No, it's not even just that. If it was a lot of money, I'd be fine. But it's like the whole vibe of it is like just shameful, and people don't like to hear that, but like I feel that way. Like I feel like I'm intruding on these women's lives and I'm like inconveniencing them, and I just don't like any of it. And then it's like their main job is to get a lap dance, but the whole thing is I feel like I just don't like it. And like the whole thing feels shameful, and so
it's so much what you got to do. You save that money. You just go to San Diego, go to the border, go to Tijuana. Just find a woman on the street. Offer her $15. If she's not a prostitute, she's going to be very mad at you. And 99.9% chance she's not. But
she's not.
Yeah, most women in
See,
Tijuana.
that's how he stopped himself from being racist. Wait, most women from Tijuana are what?
Are just normal women doing their daily business.
They're not prostitutes.
But if you go to a couple streets,
couple
streets at night,
clip it.
You say here's $15. Can I get 7 back? I didn't even have to give you the 5.
Clip it.
I didn't even have to give you the 5.
Yeah, so Tijuana prostitutes are worth how much?
I have no idea, but
by your math, $3.
No, I think my guess is 25.
That can't be true. That would be so upsetting.
How much do you think a prostitute in Chicago is?
I get a couple $100.
How low are you willing to, like, a standard wise, are you willing to go?
I have no idea. It really depends. I don't know anything about the price.
I never know either, but I'm always.
If I did, I wouldn't be like that. I mean, I would be kind of, but I wouldn't be like that
I've never got
ashamed
I'm just
to like
kind
of speak on one.
I just.
But I really don't know the price.
On Tinder, they're always.
And my only friends that have ever done it have only paid for like really like dominatrix, like high end dominatrixes.
What do they pay to have them do?
Like a couple $100.
No, like do they pay them to like pee on them?
No.
Step on them?
Just like tie them up and like tickle them with a whip.
I would love for like a woman to just like crack my back a little, like give me a back rub, and then we.
And then what? Milk you under a table?
Yeah. That would make me so happy. It would really. And then she says, "You're a good boy." She's
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you. You're a good boy. I'm proud of you. You're a good boy.
You're good at life.
You're good at life. You must take a lot of sick vacations.
You're gonna die happy.
You're gonna die happy and loved. Your children will be around you.
Just unemotional and physical release.
That'd be so much better than a strip club, right?
Yeah, that would be. I would pay happily. I don't know. It was crazy. But anyways,
I've been to
the part of the story that's really weird is when I went in there, one of the versions, and I guess it just got mixed in, but it was very funny. They accidentally mixed in a clean version of a song.
One of the virgins?
No,
one
like
of the virgins in the strip club?
Yeah, I'm saying versions weird.
Yeah.
But of like the music,
yeah,
it was a clean version.
You're like, wait a strip club.
So it was like to the window. It was the to the wall, to the sweat drip down my all these ski like, and it got halfway through the song before they like caught on and we're like, oh fuck, change it. Because it's not like a normal strip club
version. It started.
Yeah, exactly.
This song fucking rocks. We're really good to hear Lil Jon's get low once.
It was weird because it was one of those strip clubs that's like kind of a club, and then it has strippers.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing you're describing because it has yeah, that makes me think it's like like the fact that they weren't strippers, right? Like their nipples were covered.
Yes,
Or
some of them.
Some were exposed.
I think in the
What was this place called?
lap dances. I got one lap dance and it wasn't great. I didn't like it.
How much it cost?
I have no idea. I spent like $100, $100-something that night there, which was lame. But
Yeah,
whatever.
I've only been to a strip club in Chicago once, and I wouldn't go back.
It was outside of the city, the one I went to. I don't think Chicago is known for our strip clubs.
Well, we have Admiral, and it is like they are bottomless there, but it is super expensive, and it is like a high end one. And I don't like it.
I'm just not that big of a fan. It's just like
I don't like the other dudes there. I'm like,
Yeah.
I want, it's like, why can't it just be me? And why can't they just?
I literally spent the
they all should
first
just start
half.
dating me.
This
I'm
is
just like, you all could just start dating me, and like, I'd be cool with you going to the strip club as long as you come back to me.
This was the first
me
time I
Wendy's.
ever. Wait, by the way, don't do that.
Do what?
Don't do that. Don't date a stripper.
I kind of want to. I kind of been wanting to for a while.
Yeah, just
I'm into like whenever I meet a woman and she's like an off-duty stripper, I'm always like, hell yeah.
yeah.
They're like, I dance. I'm like,
You
yeah.
like that? You're like, ooh.
I'm like trying. And they usually just trick me out of my.
That is kind of hot. Like the idea of dudes getting.
When I was going through Alaska, I
Psych.
kept meeting every woman I'd meet would like be like, I'm a stripper.
Yeah,
6
that's
nights
'cause
a week. That's the only
That's
job.
like a lot of what Alaska is.
Yeah.
Is it's like strippers and oil riggers.
I felt like Alaska was the first time in my life I've been hot enough. It's the first place in my life I'm like hot enough for a stripper.
Well, it's
radar.
also just like you're not clinically insane. Most of those dudes like go out and just live on an oil rig
Yeah,
for
yeah,
like 4
exactly.
months, and then come back and just get fucked up for a month, and then go out on an oil rig for 4 months. Like that's like their whole life.
This
Then
one-
they die at 50.
I'm into it.
Is
Live
this
fast,
sick?
die
Is
young.
this sick? It's
Leave a
not
burned
that
up
bad.
course. This one stripper was telling me that I should share my feelings with people and be open about if I like them, because even if they don't reciprocate those feelings, me liking them is a compliment enough.
And so you went, I love you.
And I said, I love you, stripper. Will you move to Chicago with me?
And what'd she say?
She said,
Yes.
she said, get the fuck out of my, get the fuck out of my closet.
Yeah, get out of here.
She did. She was like, oh, you live in Chicago, and she's like, yeah, I know. It's never gonna go anywhere with that stripper. She hasn't
No,
responded to any of my Snapchats.
No, of course not.
She just leaves me on red.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And one time she said it's $7 for my OnlyFans. I'm kidding. And all of this, I'm making all this up.
Yeah, you're a liar. I could tell like a while back. That's why I stopped listening.
Oh, no. I mean, most of that story was true.
Nope.
Okay, come on. Let's move on.
You don't know any strippers, dude.
I met these stripper. Okay.
You've never been to a strip club.
Oh, Club Bangkok and Tijuana would disagree.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Why? What'd you do there? Did you get... Dude,
My friend.
did you do... What is it? The one where they go to the strip...
Donkey shows.
No. What's the movie where they go to the, like, place in Mexico and then they're all wind up being vampires?
Yeah.
It's got
From dusk
George
till
Clo-
dawn.
Yeah.
Did a
Did you
little-
get From Dusk Till Dawn?
I got bitten by a vampire.
Yeah.
And that's why I go
After
to the
you licked her
Carpathian Mountain
toesies?
Range.
You licked her a beer off her toesies.
I think I'm into feet.
Hey.
I'll cut
Whoa.
Clean feet. Not like mine. Not like my dirty hobbit feet. It
You
is
don't
kind
have
of funny that we're just in this bedroom without our pants on, just
Dude, I'm wearing
Chit-
shorts.
chitting chatting.
Dude, I'm liking it. It
Me
feels
too.
personal. It feels...
It's like you came into we like got in my bedroom. I wasn't wearing pants. I was like, come into my bedroom, and then you're like, okay, let me take off my pants, and then
Yeah, I saw you give me the eye. I was like, I got
I'd-
shorts on. I'm not just
I was like,
getting
I'm already
naked.
without pants. It's like we can't just.
Are you not wearing shorts?
I'm wearing shorts.
Yeah, what do you...
What if
those are pants.
those are pants? Yeah, we're just our knees are out.
In the legal sense?
Knees are kind of sensual.
Knees are... Any joint The more
yeah.
joints you have exposed, that's why I like low neck shirts,
Mhm.
because you got more joints. You got like all the spinal exposed.
I remember in middle school, I'd just sit in history class and stare at this girl's joints all day. Her fucking elbows are so beautiful, and they're a little dry. She should put lotion on them, but her elbows are so beautiful.
Yeah, am I seeing some shoulder?
Oh, her shoulders so gorgeous. If I could just put my head on those shoulders.
Am I seeing some L4?
There's a lot of acne on that shoulder, but it's a beautiful
Am
shoulder.
I seeing some L4?
L4, I don't know what that is, but it's beautiful.
Like vertebrae?
Vertebrae. It's backing.
She's got the low
Her
cut.
scoliosis is just cutting into her
I
shirt,
can
and it's
see
so
from her
beautiful.
spine.
Even though sometimes she just falls when she stands up. It's because she has the bad scoliosis.
Am I seeing upper knee?
Oh my gosh, her knees. Her
Knees
oh,
and
it's on her
ankles.
Oh my gosh. The ankle socks today, it just bites her little ankles. I just imagine those little. I wish I could bite her
Okay,
ankles.
this is now getting nice.
We all remember being. Imagine if every kid was 12 and just being a little creep like that. What if it just like the movies, and she just got up and was like, Donovan, you're a good boy, and you make me proud. Sit on the milking table.
Sit on the milking table. All right, dude, that's nuts. You're nuts.
We're getting a little off the rails.
We're getting off the rails.
Let's get back on track.
Let's get back on track. I please, Donovan, explain to me the results of the Chicago mayoral. Please explain this.
So,
Please.
in our mayoral podcast episode,
Yes. Who wound up winning?
Brandon Johnson ended up winning.
Who's that guy?
He was the most progressive candidate. He was the
He was
candidate.
the one you liked?
I ended up voting for him twice.
Was he the guy who fucked up the CPS or the not one?
The not that guy.
Great job. So the not that guy won.
Yeah, Vallis, he lost again.
Fuck you, Vallis.
So by the time this is out, we will have a new mayor.
Boom. So
No more
this is the
Lightfoot.
guy who we're trying to infiltrate his team.
We're trying to be on his team. We're trying to be his social media.
We're trying to infiltrate. We're trying to get bribes. We're trying to do illegal things.
He can pass our turtle mafia through. He can let us commit crimes.
And his name is?
Brandon Johnson. And we vote for him because he likes us. And as
Yeah.
you know, we are criminals.
Yeah, and we're trying to become a part of the shadow hand
We
system.
want to be the machine, yes.
Yes.
I want to be the next Richard Daley.
Yes.
Yeah. BJ
So thank
Daley.
you. Happy our guy won.
Oh, yeah. I voted for him. I went to the...
I think that's enough to deserve a favor, at least. We
went
start
it-
small.
It was the mayoral runoff, and I go in, and I'm like, there's going to be a whole bunch of things to vote for. It's this giant... Like, every time you vote, it's this giant long street of paper.
Yeah.
One little thing. Who are you voting for mayor? BJ, Brandon Johnson, or PV? HPV, Honorable Paul Vallis. And I said, BJ's over HPV every day, baby.
Yeah, baby.
So I voted the BJ, and
BJ.
No,
Okay,
I was like, I
so is
walked
this
all the way
good
here.
news? Is this good news for our city?
yeah, but sometimes, it's...
What do you like? What do you not like? What are we expecting?
I don't like to vote for the
Political analyst
winner. I prefer
Donovan Strong
I prefer-
Donald, please give us what you know.
I just prefer voting for the loser because then you kind of have this like sense of like every time there's something wrong in politics, you have to be like, well, I didn't even vote for this guy.
You
And
can
so
be like, I told you.
this is exactly what I warned you about. And the thing is, my life's comfortable enough that I feel really no repercussion either way the wind blows.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm just
You're
like-
living the dream.
I'm just living the dream, baby.
$400 a month
I say-
for this huge mansion.
I'm just like, let me podcast. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. I'm just here to do my podcasts. I'm
Who
not going to get
cares?
fooled again.
Who cares who wins?
I move myself and my family aside if we happen to be left half alive.
So,
Okay,
what does he have planned for our city? What is he doing?
He said, first things first. You know the old mall on 39th?
And it is a man, right?
Yeah, BJ.
Thank God.
Yeah, exactly. Finally, right? And he's like, okay.
Finally a man in politics.
So there's been a bunch of stores in Inglewood closing. So this is one of his first policies, right? Just like I think even like the Whole Foods might have left Inglewood. He's like, you know what I'm gonna put there?
What?
Indoor fireworks.
Oh, call back. Call back.
Policy number 1, indoor fireworks. Policy number 2, we're just gonna let a bunch of more cats loose. That was kind of fun. We're gonna do that again. But way more cats. Way more cats.
Remember how last time we let a bunch of cats out? This time we're letting more, and they're bigger.
We're gonna get some lions out on the street.
We're gonna get some fucking big cats, dude. Pumas. We're letting go 5 pumas.
We're gonna let 5 pumas out. And here's the gangs. The gangs. You kill a puma. Focus on that.
Yeah. Guess what? Where your territory?
Puma territory.
Probably where the pumas are gonna be.
It's puma territory.
Because we're gonna start dropping meat off in the alleys in those areas.
With the new administration that we found, they've predominantly been dropping meat.
We're releasing deers and pumas.
Deers have traditionally been released on north side neighborhoods, while south and west side neighborhoods have been receiving more of the pumas.
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm in a food desert, and a puma
and a puma's
and a
fighting me for ramen noodles.
Yeah, a high puma area.
I'm fighting pumas to get ramen noodles, dude.
Third thing, Potbelly's is going to be good again.
Why?
Because it used to be bad, and it's just gotten bad, and it's like,
how is he going to make it good?
he's like, you're going to have to go back to the old bread, and you got to get the better meat.
Okay.
You got to get the better meat, and you can't ask for tips, Potbelly. You don't get tips at Potbelly.
Dude, is Potbelly bad now?
They switched their bread provider, and I don't like it as much. And
that sucks, dude.
And you know, you just
It's always
they
how
switched
it
up their whole
goes.
menu, and it's like, you got to go back, and you got to
Be a fucking sandwich shop,
and
dude.
you can't ask for tips. That's the third thing the mayor should do. Can't ask for tips. at
No more
Potbelly.
tips for the service. Again, dude, back to my whole thing. I'm tired of the service
I'm
industry.
tired of tipping. I only eat at fast food. I agree with
It's
you.
not that hard.
The thing they don't understand is we only eat fast food. So we're not talking about fine dining people.
I am.
We're talking about.
I also think you fine dining people, you need to shut up.
I know you make so much just serving us fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I get that it's hard and people are rude, and I think you should be allowed to
And-
punch a customer that's rude. But guess what? I'm not rude.
And I'm gonna add.
So why is the fact that here's my thing? It relies on me being good to them and then also paying them extra because I know other people are bad to them and pay them less. It's like it's double downing on my kindness.
I think you need to be one of the people who's bad to them and pays them bad, so that it justifies the people who are good and pays them well.
That's what I mean. Is like that's the whole thing. So it's like I'm nice. I should be the one that's like if you're rude to. That's the thing. What it should be is legally speaking, if you're rude and they take you to a court of law and they find out you're rude to a server and you don't tip 20% or more, you should owe them reparations.
There
of
should
some
be
kind.
steaks
But if you're polite,
at the steakhouse.
you should be allowed to go down to 15%. Like if you're an amenable person, you should be allowed to tip less. And that's what I mean. Is it's
And
like
if you're
it's
super
crazy.
Nice, they should tip you.
Yeah.
It's like I'm so nice.
I'm
should
so nice. Dude.
give
I
me
tied
free,
your
you should
shoelaces.
give me a
for
free
you.
brownie. You should at least give me a free dessert.
Yeah. Dude, my 7-Eleven gives me free taquitos. Like it'll give me free wraps.
Oh yeah.
Last night he gave me a free buffalo garlic wrap and a free taco taquito, dude.
Which do you go to the one south of you or the one north of you? Do you want to go to the one closer to Wiener Circle?
I don't know.
Okay. The one by Wiener Circle gets into there's so much crazy shit there. Like people get drunk and start fights there.
No, not mine one. Mine
Okay.
one's chill.
All right. Any last points?
Any last points? Are we rapping? What are we at?
We're at a good. We're near 2 hours of the two. You know, we're at 50. So we're an hour here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's 4:30.
Oh shit. Okay. It's good to have you back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Missed you, buddy.
Yeah, I was out in LA doing business. I was
Business,
meeting-
man.
meeting
Doing
Ron
business,
Howard.
man.
Oh, do you know more points?
Oh, not really. I just wanted to say I missed you.
Okay,
That was my last point.
it's a good last point. I don't
Yeah,
feel
dude.
the same way, but thank you for missing
Whoa, what the hell, dude?
me.
What
I'm
the
kidding.
hell, you scuzz?
Are we gonna eat food after this or no?
Yes, we're getting food. What kind of food you want to get?
I was thinking the banh mi,
Ooh, I'd love a banh mi. Let's do that.
the banh mi
Let's
spot.
get some banh mi's, dude. That's the thing. That's how I know I'm not racist.
Yeah, we could get Korean barbecue, but it would take too long.
I'd also fucking Asian.
I'm so wanting. I followed this girl from my high school on Instagram. I Instagram requested her. She was cute as hell, and I just always felt I was like, it was lame of me. That
Is this from the high school you teach at? Or
No, just the one I live by.
Yeah, the one you live by.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, damn, I never harassed her like I did those other girls. No, but I never shot my shot. And she actually she was like walking by the pickup once, and she watched the show for like.
Did you shoot your shot?
When she walked away, I said, I always had a crush on you. I always thought you were hot. And I was like, that was pretty cool of me to do that.
Did you? And did she respond? Did
So
she turn around and
2 years
blow you?
Exactly. No, I didn't do anything.
2 years later, what happened?
This was like a week ago. I followed her on Instagram. I requested to follow.
And what happened? Did she?
And 2 days later, she had still not accepted my follow request. So I sent her a message. I said, listen, you jerk. This is not how you treat a celebrity. And yes, I'm a celebrity, okay? I have 158 views. This was before the podcast came out, so I thought we'd get views. I didn't think it would just be at 2 views. But no, I didn't message her. But it is. I'm just saying. I'm into all the girls from my high school. You know, I still think about every one of you. I look at my yearbook and I say, I wonder what they're doing.
Yeah, I think.
I
about
wonder
that
how
a
many
lot.
kids are they having.
I think about that a lot, and then I'll see ones that are still single, and I'm like, ooh, baby. I hope we have this high school reunion soon, and I can try and get a girlfriend. Off the back of
Even though yes,
zero achievements.
earlier in this podcast, I did an impression of a stepdad who's naughty with his stepdaughter. I want to know to a lot of girls out there from my high school.
You would not be.
I would not be that stepdad in real life.
No,
I'd be a
me
good,
neither.
caring stepdad.
That would be creepy as hell,
It would be
dude.
super inappropriate.
The joke is that it sucks. That's such a
Yeah.
stupid.
I would just do all the
God
laundry
damn it.
anyway, so don't
It's
even
like the
worry.
same thing as stepmom fucking. It's like, dude, people. The whole thing is like, my dad's always working, so I'm fucking his wife. It's like that blows.
Yeah, that's a crazy scenario for me because my dad has a job.
I would
my
never.
dad's out of the house.
First of all, my parents are still married, so
Yeah.
I would definitely never have sex with
Yeah.
my dad's wife because it would be my mother.
Yeah.
But even if they were divorced and my dad had a new wife, I still would be like, ew,
It is also like
you
it's crazy.
fucked
it's like,
my dad.
Couldn't get more to the T. Just like yeah.
Man, imagine if an ex-girlfriend of yours fucked your dad.
I'm better than my dad, right? Tell me I'm better than my dad.
Dude, imagine any harder way an ex could destroy you than fucking your dad. Oh my God.
That's so mean of your dad. That's so not cool of your dad.
I
What if your dad
know.
tries to do like, I'm just the dude, except
Yeah,
I'm one of the boys.
He'd be like, bruh.
Bruh.
A 22-year-old babe. I'm 52,
Yeah, this
buddy.
ain't happening, bro.
And the problem
And
would
thing
be
is,
the
it
whole
only
time.
happened is because
And the
it's
whole
you.
time it would also, you'd be like, you are right.
Yeah.
She is really hot. And then, like, it
And
is
the
one of
only
those
reason,
things.
but the only reason she slept with the
Yes.
dad is to.
Get back at you because
Yeah.
she knew it would upset you. And
It
he's
is
like,
fair,
I knew it would
What is
upset
it?
you.
And I did
He-
it.
yeah, his thing is, he's like,
You have to
I
understand.
also knew all this. He's like, I also knew it would upset you, but I also knew that in 12 years
You totally.
you'll be over it.
You'll get
And
this
it's
when
like,
you're 30.
so
when
you
you're 34.
decided- So you decided to hurt me for 12 years? Because otherwise it would have never hurt me. It's not like if
No,
you
no.
didn't do it 12 years from now, I'd feel bad because you didn't fuck my girlfriend. I'd still be like, thank God my dad didn't fuck my girl. You know what
It
I mean?
would come up a lot and it would sting. People
would
would tell a
sting.
story about a girlfriend they dated when they were
Oh, that
22.
is my dad.
They'd be like, but I was 22. Oh, man, my girlfriend back then, she was so beautiful. How about you? And he'd be like,
my dad.
my dad fucked her.
My dad fucked her.
It turns out he was raw. He got to do it raw.
You had to do it raw, dude.
He made her
She let him.
come. She actually came. She never came with
She
me.
never came. He
It was
actually
actually
knew what
really
she was doing. He actually ate her pussy. I thought you were just supposed to spit on it. I was 17. I didn't know any better. I thought you were just
He was
supposed
the
to
only
spit and slap it. I didn't know any better.
He wasn't afraid to choke her.
Yeah. He
She
actually
liked it.
did all the things she liked. I was too scared.
He did the light play with the whip.
Yeah, I really
whip
hope my
whipped it.
dad doesn't steal all my girlfriends. All right.
Good night.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too.
Let's go get some banh mi's.
Cool.
Nice.